You were right. It's going to be the Tesco opening up for game number 1 here for Sandstorm, going up against Chun-Li on Godly. We have got game 1 on Apocalypse. Here we go.
All right, so Sandstorm picking up the gauntlets first. We do get to see a little bit of gauntlets versus gauntlets action in this match, but not just yet, because Sandstorm was able to weapon starve out and start the boots with a little bit of leading damage.
Yeah, finds a little bit of opening damage there. Has a nair here or there, but nothing super strong to start yet. Sidelight's not getting a connection there. And Godly, interestingly, opening up with a down tick there. I'm curious if we'll be able to use that a little bit more. There's the boots there that Sandstorm's been favoring so much in a lot of his highlight combos. Let's see if he goes for that down air weapon throw pickup again as he fights against Godly here.
Godly shifting back over to the gauntlets. Short range versus short range. These weapons both play it, very close to the vest.
Yeah. And neither player really feels like they can get something started here. Sider does catch him out of the air. Godly tries to go for the double Sider to go for the edge guard, and Sandstorm sweats back to the stage. Falling Sair doesn't get the jumping down air. A little bit of slop from both players here in game 1, actually. Their follow-ups just kind of falling short. Downlight ends up not working out, and he gets kicked into that weapon throw. But that Nair Sider will be the first really good combo that Godly finds all day, and then that D-Light ground pound will be a good edge guard.
Yeah, and we saw Sandstorm let that weapon toss rip just as Godly was coming in, but Godly got too close for it to hit.
Oh, and then a D-Light neutral stick to be able to knock out the top. All right, they're really going in for like the do damage with their weapons, get the weapon throw into the unarmed knockout combo. That's been crazy. Neutralite will send Godly off the side of the stage. Let's see if Sandstorm can starve weapons again. 2 Sairs in a row, that's huge.
Definitely got the pressure. Can he catch the landings?
Down
beautiful.
Waited out. D-Light into N-Light. And using that active input there to be able to keep him low to the ground since he's not damaged enough to where he'd want to send him off stage just yet.
Yeah, and I do like that choice, just seeing how much of the stage runway he had. He knew he could go into the grounded side light just fine.
Yeah, Sandstorm knowing his timings there and how long that down tick could be charged. I can't say how many times I've seen people run into the move after they thought that it was already over. But
yeah, it's always the question of like, all right, are you going to try and just like wait it out, outrange it, or come in from the top?
Ground pound hits, and Godly, did he touch the wall? He did not. Dodges to the side, and Sandstorm taking a deep breath after that edge guard there. Got the pivot boots ground pound. And this has been like it's been a match of really deep cuts, but that's what it feels like, right? Like it's just been like a little stab here, a little hit there. There's not been these huge explosive combos. They're just trying to be able to get these stocks as efficiently as possible with an edge guard.
Yeah, it's kind of trading 1 or 2 hits each. I might get my little 2-hit combo, but that's kind of it. We'll reset to neutral and just kind of chip each other down that way.
Yeah, recovery comes through. Sandstorm, dash jumping, trying to find that weapon. Does get the end of the unarmed Nair and an immediate pickup into that sidelight dare. Godly off the left side of the stage. Can Sandstorm put him off stage again? He's been trying to get these drift back stairs, and that pickup recovery will come through, and it's a close game 1.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been each knockout answered in short order with a knockout of their own, damage not spreading too far wide at any point. And right now we've got that Gauntlets mirror match going. Whoa. Godly caught the dodge. That's a bunch of damage.
Yeah, Nair and a Nair gets the sidelight afterwards, and Sandstorm's already been put into deep yellow. Neutralite, however, will put Godly in orange. And now Sandstorm looking for that weapon, does pick up the boots. Oh, but Neutralite, downlight, sidelight, Nair, Godly bringing it back real fast. Sandstorm kicks him out of the way, but now it's anyone's game.
Looked like Godly was starting to go for a signature there too, so very dangerous. Uh-oh,
and caught the spot dodge. It caught the spot dodge on the ground. Now he'll get the dodge back a little bit sooner if it's in the air, but still a huge call out. And that side air, almost enough to knock out. Sandstorm goes for the weapon throw, tries to surprise Godly. Godly makes it back, and now with the boots picked up, I don't think a boots there from center will knock out. But let's find out. Sandstorm's looking for it. He's got the drift on the attack. He just wants one. He doesn't even want to risk going for the downlight there. Boots recovery might do it, but Godly is avoiding every single opener until that hits.
Oh, uppercut, not yet enough. Sandstorm over the gauntlet. Second uppercut, stronger still. Taking game 1.
All right, close game 1. Godly was doing well with all of the attacks that Sandstorm was putting out, but Sandstorm was being very safe with it. I think Boots side air is probably the most powerful drift you could have on a weapon Sair, I think, right now in terms of the momentum that you've got.
Yeah.
I've been seeing, if you watch like Radish Meg D doubles combos, Radish loves going for boots down like pivot Sair to be able to knock people back into his opponents, and that's because of how much drift that you have in it, as opposed to like a weapon like hammer or axe where your aerial drift will
can't
get
really
modified.
back up, you can only move forward.
And so Sandstorm was doing a great job to where even though all the stairs were missing, he might as well have just been moving in the air because of all of that agency that you have with the boot side air. And he did really well, avoiding everything from Godly, got the gauntlet recovery at the end, and he takes game 1.
Yeah, right now, again, just scrapping back and forth. Couple hits, I'll score a couple hits on you.
Yeah, Godly's opening up really strong here. Just a great punish on that neutralite. Sandstorm trying to catch a landing, and Godly just ends up stepping right behind him. Kicked off the side of the stage, though. Let's see if he goes for an edge guard here. Sandstorm hasn't been too signature heavy on the Tesca just yet. Goes for a pivot downline, and Godly just gets right past him, and then kicked off stage again.
Oh, yep. Just enough, man.
Yeah, downlight on boots is interesting. If I were to compare it to an existing downlight, it's like Sword in the sense that it does take you in the direction that you want to be hitting your opponent anyways, right? If you're doing Sword D-light recovery, boots downlight into side air is just as good with that travel distance. The down tick will catch him on the landing there after a ground pound goes wrong, and Sandstorm goes down.
Yeah, that is always kind of the interesting thing, right? Sandstorm was finding a lot of purchase, playing close to vest, getting in close on Godly when he had the spear, but when he's got those gauntlets, you've got to watch out for that down signature. It covers everywhere near him.
Godly's got to start respecting, too, that Sandstorm is willing to just hit him with whatever he's got, even if there's nothing in his hands. Lots of nairs coming through there. Godly now with Sandstorm on the gauntlets has been finding longer and longer combos as he's able to get them to connect, but Sandstorm's still getting more hits in. Downlight in the end lights, kicks Godly off the right side of the stage, goes in, fainted going for a ground pound there. I really believe that he was going to do it. Godly let a recovery go super early on. Doesn't get that side air even though it was the right idea. And Sandstorm gravity cancel end lights to beat Godly's dare.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot. Just that neutral light, just to threaten space. Hey, if you're going to dodge into me or spot dodge near me, it's going to catch you just because it lasts so long.
Oh, and Sandstorm doesn't go for the recovery there with the boots. Instead puts him offside of the stage.
Oh.
This is the chase dodge.
A little bit of a misinput there. Missed his combo.
Not punished, though. Finds the Sair on the way back down after the recovery whiffs, and Godly goes down to 1 stock. Okay, can he bring it back? Godly's done a great job equalizing the stock so far. Endlight puts him off the side of the stage. Recovery here would take Sandstorm off the top. If he catches them in the air, definitely would do it now, but the weapon throw means that Godly has to wait for a new weapon to come through. With that spear, it's a little bit harder to find that recovery just off of nothing.
Ooh, couldn't get the down air. Sandstorm got right behind it, but down air off stage does find the hit.
Oh, covering his hair with several nairs. Okay, there's 3 nairs in a row. Actually stops Godly from being able to get that edge guard here, but that dive kick will do it. Clean. Sandstorm reels back, scratches his head, and goes, okay.
Yeah, Sandstorm's been doing a phenomenal job covering above him while he's trying to recover with those neutral airs. It's a little bit of the farthest reach you're going to get without spending a resource.
And you need a little bit of a good rhythm to it, too, because if you jump immediately nair, it doesn't cover your head as well as doing a jump delayed nair. And he did 3 of those in a row to where Godly was afraid to go in, but now Godly with the spear, not afraid to go in against Sandstorm on stage. Hits him with a great combo, gets the end light as well. Sandstorm hits back, side light into down light, neutral light, puts him off the left side of the stage. And Sandstorm's starting to get those nairs through.
Yeah, right now Godly with a decent damage lead. Still piling it on, even with the dribble off the stage.
Ooh, nairs not coming through. Godly puts out the end sig, and that's a punish. D-light into down air. Puts him off the right side of the stage. Sandstorm opting for the edge guard instead of the strong hit of Sair. Ground pound misses, though, and Godly reverses into a side sig, and that's going to be game 2 going over to Godly.
Man, just absolutely beautiful decision at the end there. Hey, you want to dodge around that corner? Well, I'm going to delay this signature right in your face.
Yeah, and the Wushang side sig is definitely one of the safest signatures to go for that kind of read for, because if it doesn't hit, you don't have the rest of the animation. It's just one of the more powerful poking signatures in the game, I feel like. The one weakness of it is that its range is non-existent, but hey, if you're at the edge of the stage, you don't really need range if they're trying to get their jumps back. You just got to cover that one part, and he gets the knockout with it. Really well done by Godly, and now we're going to game number 3.
All right, so it's 1-1. Both possible predictions for the set count are on viable options here. So the way you were predicting this is whoever takes this game takes the set.
Yes, although anytime that I anytime that I do like predictions like that without seeing any gameplay, it really is just feels like I'm rolling the dice.
Oh, for sure.
And as we've been watching this set develop, I am now in your way of thinking. I think you did a much better job of calling out.
This is just way too close.
It is just it's last hit every single stock, not every game. Like it's like the fact of the matter is they can't maintain a lead over each other. They're playing a brand new game every time a stock is taken because they're just equalizing it that quickly, right?
That's true. And nobody's getting any like huge string runs on the other either.
And these are two players that are known for that. They're known for that, and they can't play their own game against each other. I imagine how frustrating that must be, or how much fun it must be to be able to fight somebody who just can't let you do what you can do against everybody else. Sandstorm gets caught on his gravity cancel sidelight just to be able to hit back unarmed. Juggles the boots, has the gauntlets, unarmed recovery coming out from Godly just to get hit by the gauntlet recovery from Sandstorm. And that's going to be the first stock from Godly, but I'm telling you, TWK, if this game goes like any of the other games, I don't think this is going to be a lead for Sandstorm for too long.
Yeah, I mean, Godly always quick to clean it up, but wait a minute, this is kind of the most dominant corner guard that we've seen so far this set.
Yeah, nice dodge out of the side zig as well, and Godly, if he goes in orange here, this could be Sandstorm taking the first sizable lead of the set. Sair comes through, can he get the edge guard here? Weapon throw, forces a fastball, but no dodge, and Sandstorm makes it back, avoids the recoveries from Godly, does catch the landing with the end light, and can he get the edge guard here? He can't, and that might be too much extra credit to come back from, TWK.
Yeah, I mean, you always talk about kind of like what's the expected value that you're supposed to get, and right now, Sandstorm is just all upside.
Oh, and finally the recovery comes through. A move that Godly must be thinking, I should have hit that 30 seconds ago. But you know what? He's not in red so far, and one really good combo off of a downlight. Oh my gosh!
The perfect answer.
I was looking to see what Godly was going to do after that, and a delayed reaction of him just being like, yep. I deserved that. And he did deserve that, right? Because last time we saw Sandstorm, you know, at low damage, get a nice little downlight, endlight combo off of that down tick punch. But there he's like, wait, you're in orange? Fully charges a kick to the face. And Sandstorm now up a whole stock in game number 3.
That's where, like, I don't know. If you ever find yourself in that situation again, maybe you do just let the signature go as soon as possible. Because they start charging after you. They'll be able to charge after and just let go on reaction. Their signature is only going to punish you harder. Get that damage and force boost the longer it's charged.
It's interesting because I don't think I've ever thought about this dilemma before.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I should have for how long I've been watching those situations. Gets dunked. But most of the time people just run into the Wushang down saying, let's be honest.
For sure.
And so, but I think that you're right. In the case where you miss it, a lot of times
your
people
losses
just
and hope that it doesn't knock out.
A lot of players just think I might as well just keep charging, right?
Yeah.
But when you're playing against somebody as good as Sandstorm, you actually have to let it go sooner so that his charge can't last as long. And that is an interesting punish that we just saw there happen in game number 3.
That's really cool.
But Sandstorm here on the verge of being able to win here, but Godly did get some damage through, and he finds that end light. You guys dodge. Sair just misses barely, and Sandstorm jumps out of there. The boots recovery giving him enough distance. I thought with that dodge gun, Godly was going to hit the nair, and that was going to be it.
I thought so too. Such a strong position. Wait a minute.
No dodge.
Double
He misses the ground pound.
Yes.
He missed the ground pound. And then, because he missed the ground pound, had to keep holding it to avoid Sandstorm getting other hits. And then Sandstorm going for the hit instead of trying to recovery ends up losing his stock, and Godly takes the game.
Oh my gosh. Tense situations everywhere, man.
Both players died. They're headed laughing after that, right? Because that was just such a crazy situation. The edge guards from Godly, that was fantastic. And that was, that is why I think you're absolutely right about this going to game 5. that was so nuts. I can't believe it. Godly dropped one edge guard just to be able to get the opportunity again, and then he got it in the most spectacular way possible, missing your ground pound.
Yeah, just needing to know, hey, I've got more resources than you. I can go past you and then just survive after the fact.
Yeah, what a hilarious way to bring this to match point for Sandstorm there. Sandstorm probably not feeling too good about that one because he had a phenomenal second stock.
Hugely.
It was an entire stock lead that Godly was able to bring back. And now, as we're getting further into the set, we're having a little less patience from both players here. They are just swinging.
APM climbing through the roof as we speak.
Sair's coming through. Sandstorm probably going to go off stage here with that ground pound if he waits it out just a little bit longer, but no. Goes for the nair instead. Godly on stage, falls with nair, does punish that down signature from Sandstorm coming out a little prematurely, and Sandstorm takes the gauntlets out of Godly's hands.
Picked up the spear, but it was knocked out once again when Godly got knocked out.
Godly, I think, was poised to react to Sandstorm picking up the weapon and doing anything, and Sandstorm just dash
Just
down heavy.
breakdowns.
Yeah, he just slid right into him. That move's so powerful. Being able to take out the stock there on the side of the stage, and Godly goes down in game number 4.
Ooh.
2 stocks.
Man, always such dangerous situations when I see somebody try and edge guard against gauntlets here. Wow, that was a huge string.
No dodge.
Little bit of a bonk.
Okay, didn't manage to make it back, but then Godly says, you know what? I think that move is pretty good.
All right, so it's close in stocks, it's close in set count, it's close in move usage.
Yeah, they're just actively like, I'd like to think that as they're fighting each other, they're both going, wow, that's actually a pretty good idea. I think I'll do that. Because especially with their gauntlets going back and forth as close as it is. We've had 2 slide charge down sig knockouts unarmed so far, and we have brought this back to a dead even game. Sandstorm getting hit by that side arrow will be closer and closer into deep orange, and Godly looking for that dash jump neutral light, doesn't find it, and Sandstorm tries to kick him with the end lights, but that nair into gravity cancel end light puts Sandstorm off stage, and that Sarah will give Godly the lead. This is so close.
Oh man, uppercut but tall ceiling here on Apocalypse.
Yeah, that recovery not going to do it just yet. End light puts him off the left side of the stage, and Sandstorm looking for D-Light Cider that would knock out for sure. Oh, what's he going to do?
He's got to find his way up with the uppercut.
Yeah, the down light just barely tried to catch it, but Godly reacted to it in time. Sandstorm was going
Oh my gosh.
just ducks the end sig. Great awareness.
Off the
Gravity
wall?
cancel, end light off the wall. Does give Godly enough momentum to make it back. Oh, sideline to pivot end light. Still can't get it.
Jeez, who is going to take the momentary? It's got to be a momentary lead at this point.
Yeah, and even then,
Both are hanging on by a thread.
Even with the full stock lead, it's not enough between these two. Godly goes in for the recovery. Sandstorm looking for his own recovery. I mean, Boots Nair is never going to knock out. Goes for the down 2 wall moves. You would bet it all on that when Godly's that damaged. Godly goes for the dive kick, gets the unarmed recovery.
Yo!
The D-Light ground pound off the dash.
That was so slick. That was
dash
so
land.
slick.
Okay, that is a highlight of the century. That was pivot dash line, downlight, ground pound off the APOC platform when in position to the right side of the stage.
Shaving the angle.
Godly's incredible. That's the best usage of dash line that I think I've ever seen so far.
And it was so smooth and fluid off of the uppercut that set him up for it.
Sandstorm finally finds the D-Light Cider that he's been looking for a minute to be able to get that knockout, and it brings it down to a dead even game 4. Oh, Sandstorm, you've got to win this. We got to get to game 5. I don't want to accidentally be wrong. Right?
Oh, no.
Right? Like that's not how it. It's like I changed my mind, Godly. Don't make this a 3-1. Oh, but he wants to make this a 3-1. TWK. Look at him go.
Oh yeah, he's got to race forward to this. You know, he's got so many more matches to play today.
End light and end light. They're just kicking each other. Godly looking for these nairs to be able to bring him back down to the stage. Dash jump, dash land, pivot, side light. Doesn't quite get it. And Sandstorm now with the boots has got Godly unarmed. Doesn't find any starters though when Godly picks up his spear. Side light nair, recovery, so much damage coming up from Godly in game number 4. He could do it.
Oh, little punish there. Oh, dodges the signature. Sandstorm trying to fight his way back. Nair into recovery. Nair into... Oh, wait and see.
Oh, does it go for the recovery there again? Does get the turnaround side air. Uses the active input to go forward. Wants to reposition to center stage. Godly looking for a startup on that down to catch him on the down sig, and that's going to be it. Sandstorm goes down, and Godly wins 3-1 over Sandstorm's Tesca here in the round robin phase.
Man! That's a great set. That is an absolutely great set.
What a heartbreaker for Sandstorm after game 3. Because
he had such a lead.
Game 3 was super dominant. It was a full stock, 2-1. And then that edge guard happened with Godly in the craziest sequence of events with that ground pound whiffing, but then Sandstorm not being able to catch the nair afterwards. Godly like just trying to fall last rather than fall first. And then leading that into a 3-1 victory off of a really solid last stock. We've got some highlights here from the game. Yeah, that was that ground pound knockout that I think just was able to do it on its own.
Yeah, so many dunk setups from these two. I mean, you've got gauntlets, you've got boots. There's going to be just a ton of that going on.
The game was carried by their ability to edge guard. Very rarely did we see a stock that just knocked out until like the very end where Godly finally hit a down sig. That, honestly, Godly's down sigs were costing him throughout the set until that very last one.
Yeah, oh, here we're going to see it. Ah!
Yeah.
The perfect answer.
And yet, also the perfect answer to that same move that we're going to be having in just a little bit. Oh, yeah, this is it. Ground pound's passed, and then he just has to dodge the ground pound there. Sandstorm bet it all on the fact
I mean, he was sweating. He had the sweat beads, so all his options were expended. He needed to get the hit, to get the chase dodge, or, you know, I think he would have probably gone for the dunk.
Oh, I was listening to you instead of watching that one. Oh, that was the best highlight. If we could do, which we're not going to, but if we could do slow motion stuff, That was that dash land pivot D-like ground pound won that game.
Absolutely beautiful.
Because he was
It was
behind.
uppercut over to the platform, scoot back, shave the angle. Beautiful.
I mean, unarmed